Watikaptukan, Pengai, I hope you're doing good. RWS 202 finished yesterday. Good card. I had a decent weekend on picks, but I'll go through it and I'll analyze and break it down a little bit for you. So the first fight, welterweight, Nakrarin versus Zhao Zijian. I had Nakrarin winning through a third round KO. I warned for his knees, he's a southpaw, left knees, but also his very dangerous elbows. And from the get go, the first round, he showed experience, technique, cleverness, fight IQ, and he got the job done eventually in the second round. The first round, he dominated, he threw a lot of elbows on Zhao, who his skin didn't pierce, like very, like the commentator said, his skin must be made of rubber or something, because he didn't get cut even though he was eating elbows from Nakrarin. But then in the second round, a lead elbow, I believe it was, it cut through, and from Nakrarin, brutal, and Zhao got cut. Doctor looked at it, couldn't continue. It was pouring blood from that wound. So impressive win for Nakrarin, who he's 17 or 18 years old. Very, very exciting fighter to watch, and I think we're going to see a lot from him in RWS. So that one, I was correct. Wrong round, but still elbow KO for Nakrarin. Fight number 2, lightweight, Sinue Victorino versus Huye. I had Victorino winning through second round KO. I thought he would box heavy, especially with uppercuts, and I didn't really see a lot of head movement from Huye in his earlier fights in RWS. And I thought Victorino would get the job done. He did get the job done, but through unanimous decision. The first round actually went to Huye because on all scorecards, because Victorino looked slow. He looked very slow. Huye, he had this 1-2, and then he circled out to his right side. He's a southpaw, and then he threw a left hook as he circled out. And Victorino didn't really, he looked slow. He looked very slow in that fight. Or Huye looked good, fast with his footwork and good boxing. But then as the fight came into the second round, Victorino realized, I cannot chase this guy. He's too light on his feet. He's too fast. And Victorino started clinching. And that's what got the job done. He started clinching up and he won the last 2 rounds on all the judges' scorecards. And unanimous decision win. I thought we would get a KO. I had him as a winner, but Victorino looked a little bit slow, and Huye looked a lot better than I thought he would. So impressive fight for Huye. Actually, I think he still has improvements to be made. He's not good in the clinch. He's more of a Sanda Chinese kickboxing fighter, light on his feet, in and out. But if you're gonna fight in Muay Thai, you need a lot more in the clinch, and Victorino exposed that weakness. So good win for Victorino, but I'm not too impressed with how he fought. I thought he would throw a lot more uppercuts, and he barely threw a single one. So it was a little bit strange, I believe. But either way, we move on. Fight number 3, Kim Luai versus Thad Gannon. I had Gannon winning through third round KO, I believe. Second round KO, body shot or like a knee to the liver, and did not happen. Kim Luai, he showed experience, he showed grit, and he really put the young, talented Gannon to a test. Gannon looked slow in the first round, and he was eating elbows from Kim Luai. Gannon walked in and he didn't really set up his entry into the pocket, and Kim Luai dropped elbows from hell, cutting him in both the forehead and the below the eye, I believe, the chin, cheek. And Kim Luai fought very, very smart. Then in the second round, there was a, let's see, I think it was one ref judge they gave it to Gannon, and the other ones gave it to Kim Luai. And Gannon looked better in the second round, but still, Kim Luai had more of the momentum, more elbows, and Gannon looked a little bit. He didn't really know what to do, it looked like. And then in the third round, Gannon let loose. He fought at range. He threw kicks both from the left and right foot. He had to get the knockout. Very, very different fight in that last round compared to the first two from Gannon. But Kim Luai fought smart. He stayed out of danger and he protected his victory. And he got the unanimous decision win. Impressive. I expected Gannon to get it done. This was his first loss. 14-1 now. He's very young, 17 or 18, so he's going to come back from it. He's a talented fighter, but this was a learning curve type of moment for Gannon, for sure. Kim Luai impressive, and I'm going to keep an eye out on him. I didn't know too much about him before the fight, but now I will for sure. So that one was the first one I got wrong on the card. Next fight number 4. Middleweight, Puatai versus Hamza Sabri. I had the taller Ranger Puatai winning through unanimous decision. I thought he would clinch himself to a victory. He is very tall. He has brutal knees. He has good elbows in the clinch, and he gets in there. He's a typical Muay Thai, walking with his legs up, blocking kicks. Sabri fought well in the first round, but kind of gassed himself out, like I expected, like I predicted in the video. And Puatai got it done a lot faster than I thought. In the second round already, he started pushing a tired Sabri backwards. Sabri kind of started overextending. The technique and the defense went out the window a little bit, and Puatai took advantage. He threw a knee, pushed Puatai towards a corner, Sabri to a corner, and then Puatai drilled a brutal left knee into the side of Sabri, and he dropped fight over. Impressive win for Puatai, and I had him through unanimous decision, but he got it done through KO. Very impressive. Next fight number 5. Welterweight, Kirill Kumutov versus Erdem Dincer. I had Dincer split decision. I thought it would be fight of the night, a war. And the first round was very close, but Dincer fought very well in that first round, I believe. I think it was 2 rounds. 2 judges gave it to Dincer and 1 gave it to Kumutov the first round. Dincer timed his left kick very well. He mixed up his attacks. He came in with boxing, with wide looping hooks that caught Kumutov at times. Kumutov did catch Dincer sometimes as well, but the main thing in that fight was, in the first round, was the perfectly timed counter switch kicks from Dincer, really sinking into the ribs of Kumutov. And I had a feeling then that, oh yeah, this is a fight that Dincer will get done. But in the second round, Kirill Kumutov, with the bricks of hands that he has, started dropping them on the chin of Dincer. Dincer showed grit, he showed heart. He didn't go down, but the ref stopped it on the feet. I'm not sure Dincer is happy with that choice by the ref, the stoppage, but I can see why. He was eating a lot of shots and he showed heart to stand on his feet, but that was brutal finishing sequence by Kumutov, who showed why he is up next, apparently, which I will talk a little bit more about soon. So yeah, I had a split decision win for Dincer, and Kumutov won through KO in the second round. Fight number 6, the main bout, championship fight, welterweight, Tapauqueo, the champ, going into the fight versus the challenger from Belfast, Niall McGreevy. I had McGreevy winning this one in the 4th round through KO. I did warn for his long knees, his very good boxing, but mainly his elbows. I was saying that I think because Tapauqueo is a clinch fighter, he's going to want to get it close. He's going to want to get a hold of McGreevy. and that was the where I would see and why I would see the elbows coming through from McGreevy, going over the top, coming down with 12 to 6s, tomahawks, or the lead going through up elbows, going through the guard. And the first round, McGreevy really showed he was ready for this test. He lost on the scorecards, on two of the judges' scorecards, the first round, which I don't understand because Tapauqueo did get into the clinch, but he did not really get anything done there because McGreevy defended well, and he threw brutal both left and right knees right into the stomach of Tapauqueo. Tapauqueo showed up, didn't show any pain. He has a brutally good poker face, but those knees hurt 1000%, and probably made him question a little bit whether to go into the clinch because he didn't find any success, which is also why it was weird that he won on two of the judges' scorecards. But either way, it didn't really matter because when we came into the second round, McGreevy had a purpose. He was going to finish this fight, and he did it exactly how I expected and what I warned for. He used his elbows when Tapauqueo walks forward and wants to get into the clinch. He found a rear up elbow splitting through the guard of Tapauqueo when he was walking forward and dropped him, sat him down on his ass, laid him out. Cold, brutal finish. Extremely impressive win by McGreevy, who is now the first Irish. He's from Belfast in Northern Ireland, but they said first Irish, I guess Ireland, Northern Ireland fighter that becomes a champion in Rajat Amnern Stadium. So very impressive performance by McGreevy. After the win, he was very emotional, which is understandable. He has fought for this for a long time, since from what I could see in interviews, and they also managed to get Komutov, who fought Dinser, up on the stage after McGreevy's win, and they did a face-off. So that's the next title fight in the welterweight division. Interesting fight, to say the least. Komutov has lead in his hands, bombs, throwing bombs, but McGreevy is a smart, high IQ fighter with many skills in his drawers and many tools in his drawers, maybe you say. And yeah, it's going to be a good fight when it comes. But for now, congratulations to McGreevy. It was a huge win, a brilliant performance. And I had a KO in the fourth. He managed to do it earlier, but I did warn, especially for those elbows, and he got it done. Second round, brutal up elbow that sat the seemingly almost unbeatable Tapauqueo, who had 9-1 as a record in RWS before this fight. So very impressive performance by McGreevy, and I can't wait to see him fight again. And then the last fight of the card, fight number 7, women's flyweight, Rungratri versus Rona Walker. I had Walker winning through unanimous decision. I thought she would walk in, get into the clinch where she's very strong, throw knees, and put together some quite good boxing as well to impose her will on Rungratri. And the first round was kind of like that. Rungratri, who has lost 2 fights before this, she lost 2 and one in RWS. And I wasn't too impressed by Rungratri. She's a technically good fighter, I said. She has a good kick, but I felt like she was a bit one-dimensional, and I was afraid that she was going to get bullied a little bit by Walker's pressure. And she did in the first round to an extent. But then in the second and third round, Rungratri showed that she has developed a lot since she last fought in RWS like 9 months ago or something. She showed counter elbows. She even showed moving forward on the feet, like really putting some boxing combinations together, some knees, improvement in the clinch, even though Walker was still the better one in the clinch, I believe. But either way, Rungratri fought brilliantly, and I have to hold my hands up and say that I underestimated her a lot, and she showed a lot of improvements. She got the job done through split decision. Very impressive, and I hope she comes back soon again and we can watch her fight, because she's a technically very gifted fighter and I underestimated her for sure. And yeah, that was the card. I got 4 out of 7 on my predictions, on my picks. Not great, but also not shit. So I'm quite happy with that. Um, I'm especially happy with the McGreevy one, because I had a feeling. I had a feeling that he would, especially with those elbows and Tabakeo coming close, wanting to clinch. So yeah, it was a. I'm happy with that one. And yeah, 4 out of 7, decent. So that's it. I'll see you in the next video, next week prediction, and I hope you have a good day. Khop ko ma khap. Chào